The railways of Britain, in their prime, were the most powerful railways on earth. And these railways are the power behind the docks and industries that made up Great Britain. These are the tales of the Big Four.
As Ash left the railway after a few weeks of his return, he was on good terms with the engines for helping Max up the hill. 1909, the year of the reunion. This was to be quite the year due to Jeffries being the oldest engine on the railway, so I decided to surprise him later this week with some of his cousins who he used to work with. I walked down to the yards to the engines that morning to give them their day's work. Morning, engines, how are you all? Today I've got some good news to tell you, and only you lot.
However do you mean, sir?
It's a surprise for Jeffries, and I hope to keep it that way until for the time being.
If you don't mind us asking, sir, but what is this surprise you're talking about?
Well, his cousins are coming to the railway, and Jeffries will pull a special train with them for some VIPs.
Sounds lovely, sir. Where will it take place?
Jeffries' cousin's controller and myself agreed for it to take place here.
Great. We can't wait to meet them, sir. Jeffries will be astounded.
Indeed. It's been a while since he's seen them, and he deserves it for all he's done for this railway.
Yeah, without Jeffries, this wouldn't exist. He's a creditive soul and part of our railway family.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
So, in order for this to happen, we all shall do our normal jobs for today. But for some of you, I shall squeeze in some jobs for the party. Athena, Corey, Rory and Carter, you will do these jobs as well as your own. I fixed the timetables for the second week to be less busy, and the goods work will mainly be supplies for the party.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. See you later, engines. And remember, keep it tight-lipped. Nothing like a drink after a busy morning. Hey up, you two?
Well, hello there, Jeffries. Isn't this a pleasant day?
Yeah, it certainly is. However, we've been tasked with heavy freight trains all day long.
It's not that bad, Carter. You have me behind. So stop your complaining, you wuss.
Oh, shut it, Rory. You're not helping.
Was I supposed to?
Of course. Otherwise you wouldn't be here, you blithering idiot.
You youngsters don't know when to shut up, do you?
Not really.
Well, anyway, you two, I'm collecting my train.
I can only imagine how he'll react at the reunion.
Reunion? What reunion?
Oh, nothing, Jeffries. We mean Mr. Todd's high school one. He told us this morning, but he must have forgotten to tell you too.
Oh, thanks for telling me. But I best be off. Don't want to miss my connection with Ellie.
Later, Jeffries.
Phew! That was a close one. Thanks for saving my buffers back there.
You should be. You almost let it slip.
Hello, Athena.
Afternoon, Ellie. You're excited for the you-know-what?
Can't say I'm not.
Yeah, it's going to be great, especially for... Hey, Jeffries.
Afternoon, ladies. What's new?
Not much. Just chatting and Athena nearly having a boiler attack.
Whatever. We got to go anyway. Best be off, Ellie.
Oh, bye then. Is it my old age, or is everyone acting weird, Horwich?
What do you mean, buddy?
Well, they're acting as if they're keeping something from me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been shunting all morning.
Well, if they are, then I will find out, one way or the other.
Oh, I had a trying day.
Exactly. What is so hard about your day compared to everyone else's?
Pulling 10 empty coaches is one thing, but going along the railway with them full of passengers, that's another thing entirely. Ha! You lazy slacker. We've been busy checking the rails and signals so you could pull that stupid express. So don't give me that truckload of scrap. Also, you two doing diddler scoot at the platform today. There weren't any points or signals there from what I recall. Whatever, lame-ish. We have to sit idle for a bit. It's not us who do the work. The workmen check the signals and the points. We wouldn't want any of us to have an accident now, would we? Especially since it's coming up to the
What was that you were about to say, Brighton? Please elaborate, my dear friend.
I was about to say repaint. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, so if you don't stop being lazy, Amish, you won't get the repaint.
Sure it is. I'm getting quite irritated. You all seem to be keeping something from me, and I don't like it. If something special is upon us, we're all usually informed. There's got to be something fishy they're hiding from me that they're not telling me, and they expect me to take the bait with a repaint and Mr. Todd's reunion?
Oi, Dominic, Careful that downway bridge. Felt shaky when I went over it.
Morning to you too, Leonard.
Oh no, you didn't hear me. I have a feeling that bridge is going to collapse any minute.
Wait a minute, did he say the bridge was... Oh no. No! I need to stop!
At which point, the bridge began to break, and all Dominic hears is wood cracking and splashes from the river. When Dominic neared the bridge, all he saw was the river. With screeching from his brakes nearly causing a wheel flat, he stopped just in time, with only his front two wheels over the edge of the bridge, with the brake van's brakes and the weight of the train holding him up from falling down into the rushing water.
Dear Lord, that was a close one.
Engines, I need a few of you, preferably stronger ones, to help with the bridge rebuild. Rory and Carter, please go to Morton Heath to get steel. Max, please get the breakdown crane so we can make a start. Though first things first, we need to somehow get support to Dominic's side so he doesn't move any further than he has already.
Sure thing, sir.
Sure thing, sir.
Yes, sir, on it.
Finally some help. Took you long enough.
It'll take longer if you fell in, so better late than never.
Alright, so what's the plan here?
You didn't think that when you got here?
Well, we didn't think this would ever happen.
I mean, there was a slight warning that this bridge was on its last legs due to the speed limit across it.
Fair enough, okay. I shunt the crane into the position.
That's the smartest thing he said all day.
Yeah, and that's the stupidest thing you've said all day.
Dear Lord, what on earth happened here?
Dominic went idiotically too fast and made the bridge break.
Wait a minute, Hamish. We could use your help right now. Couple to the back of Dominic's train and pull him back to the station.
Alright, dinner fast yourself, Dominic. I've got you.
Careful, you clumsy oaf. Any harder and I would definitely be in the water.
Shushy. You didn't move. You're fine.
Thank you, Hamish. You saved my life.
No problem, mate. Any engine would have done the same. Rory might have hesitated though.
So due to our current predicament, trains will be cancelled due to the bridge needing fixing. Most of the trains today will be for the building materials to rebuild it. Rory, Carter and Max continue helping out bringing supplies from Morton Heath, and Horwich will have organised the trains by the time you get there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Afternoon, Jeffries. Something troubling you?
The others are hiding something from me. I heard Rory and Carter speaking about something, but they mentioned about Mr. Todd's high school reunion, and Brighton something about Hamish's repaint. But I have a feeling that that's not true.
I see. Well, Mr. Todd's reunion isn't for a few years. Don't you remember him telling us all that last year?
Botheration! I must have missed that.
Don't worry, it's not like you miss much. And who knows what these youngsters are up to. Someday they might surprise you beyond belief.
I'm not really a fan of surprises, though. It'd have to be something extra special to surprise me.
You never know. Whatever it is, just continue with your work and you'll feel much better about this. Surprises aren't meant to stress you out. They're supposed to enlighten your day and make you feel happy about what you have and what you'll always have for the future ahead.
You know what? You're right. Thanks, old friend. That really helped me. And I heard that Mr. Todd wants us all at the sheds later today anyway.
Man, it may be my age, but I'm getting cramped back here.
Stop your whining. And I'm older than you.
Only by a year.
Hang on, I hear someone. Better not be Jeffries.
Right, here you go, Dominic.
Thanks, Athena.
Oh, hey, aren't you two Jeffrey's cousins?
Yes, we are. But please don't ruin it for him.
Don't worry, we won't.
Yeah, sure.
Good. Can you do us a favor then, Athena? Please shove some trucks in the way to deter Jeffries from coming here, as the surprise isn't until later on this evening.
Sure will do. I'll have to get vans of some of the bougie coaches sitting near the station.
Okay, as long as we're out of sight and Jeffries won't come in here.
Got it. Cheers, you two.
So, you're Dominic.
Bridges. Shunting. Cole.
Oh, hey, Jeffries. How's your day been, my dear?
Dull and tiring. Though it's good to be back at the sheds.
Why was it dull?
I saw you earlier, and you looked fine.
It just has been. Plus you lot have been hiding something from me.
We've already told you about it. It's Mr. Todd's high school reunion.
Yeah, why don't you believe us?
We told you many times as not to ruin any surprise.
What reunion? That never happened at all, you lot. The actual reason why we've been hiding something from you, Jeffries, is your reunion, since now you're coming up to half a century. So I decide to bring in 2 of your cousins here. Thank you, sir. That means a lot to me. Though you shouldn't have. But who was it you asked to come?
Us two, old friend.
Yep, that's right. Long time no see. How have you been, Colin? And Isambard Kingdom Brunel? It's been 15 years. I thought you two were scrapped, now that we have bigger, stronger engines here like Max.
Jeffries, that's a blunt way to look at things.
So, who are all your friends? So we have Dominic. You already met him in the workshops. Atlas and Brighton. Ellie, Hamish, Leonard, Caprice, Rory and Carter, Athena, Corey, Horwich, Jay, and Max.
Nice to meet you all. You sure do have a lot of friends here. Plus, the railway is lovely.
Likewise, you two. How did you come across Jeffries in the first place?
Well, we were all built at a similar time, but Jeffries was finished first, being a lot smaller. Yep, I was definitely glad to have their buffers to help me out. Back then it was really quiet, and not much went on. And I had some of my brothers around.
Sounds interesting. I went through a similar process with my brothers and sisters, but I was one of the first ones to be finished at the works.
This isn't about you, Athena. Don't butt in, would you?
Whatever you say, Krampus.
He's right, Athena. Please don't butt in again.
Sorry, I won't interrupt again.
That's alright. Anyways, yeah, the main things we did was pull coaches along the line, and Jeffries ran a push-pull service down the small branch line. It was tight and steep, none of us bigger engines could go up there. Our manager at the time was rude, right up to the day Jeffries was sold and sent here.
Boy, was I glad to see the back of that old cow. He constantly put us down in the dumps, telling us that we were useless. I soon shut him up. He was taught a lesson when he nearly got run over by me. As I was travelling through the station at high speed, he wasn't looking where he was going, and I almost hit him. But he dodged out of the way by the skin of his neck. I certainly didn't want the blame for that if it became a reality. Thanks, you two. That was interesting. But I have something to say. Jeffries, I want to personally thank you for all your hard work in the recent years and helping to kickstart the railway, from its beginnings and to its future. Without you, this railway wouldn't be what it is today. Thanks so much, sir. And engines, I'm glad you've all been here for me and supporting our great manager.
3 cheers to Jeffries and Mr. Todd. Hip hip hooray!
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 Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hooray!
He's sure done wonders for this railway.
I couldn't have put it better myself, Leonard.
Anyways, I do think we should all get some rest. We may have a busy day tomorrow ahead of us due to the trains being cancelled today.
Aye, we can ask our visitors to help us out as well.
We'd be happy to help out with work. We do have a few weeks to spare as our manager annuals agreed to this.
Indeed. Anything for Jeffries and his railway. Great. It'll be like old times. This day can't get any better. Again, you lot, thank you all so much for your help. And this surprise was what I really needed today. I'm sorry I was angry at some of you earlier, and these past few days.
Anytime, old friend.
As the weeks passed, it was time for Colin and Brunel to leave the railway. The engines all whistled them off with the train they brought here, and Geoffrey's whistle was the loudest of all. As they left, Dominic woke from his slumber, not realizing what had gone on. But that's a story for another day.
Wait, what happened? Why am I here? Those two engines who were beside me vanished. Oh well.